It is time to take a look at another new snapshot. This is 1.18 snapshots. We've been jumping all over the place because we got stuff for 1.19, the wild update. We got stuff for 1.18 Caves and Cliffs Part 2. And of course, we're currently in 1.17. So this is a brand new snapshot for 1.18, the next Caves and Cliffs Part 2 update. And we're starting off a little bit weird because this week, Snapshot 21w43a dropped. But if you look right down there, why does that say 42? Why are we looking at last week's snapshot at the beginning of this week's snapshot? It's because this week's snapshot has to do with world blending, and I wanted to show you what's changed. I wanted to show you specifically the difference between last week and this week. I'm very excited about the world blending that was shown during Minecraft Live, and what this means is that we should not have really harsh edges. So I want to show you what really harsh edges look like. So let's jump over here into Minecraft. So right here, I have two worlds, without blending and with blending. And these are using the exact same world seed. So they're basically just copies of themselves. So I'm gonna open the one without blending in last week's snapshot to show you what we don't want, okay? What we're trying to avoid. I know what I'm doing. I'm a Minecraft YouTuber. I don't need no backup. Both of these worlds were made in 1.17, so this does not have the crazy new world generation that we've been seeing in 1.18 with the massive cliffs and whatnot. So this area is the spawn area, so this is all 1.17 world generation. And as we move further this way, we will encounter an edge. So there we go. So this edge right here, where we can see this wall, well, this is the old generation on this side, the new generation on this side. And as you can see, it is very, very, very abrupt. I want to see if I can find a really, really obvious. I mean, that's pretty obvious back there, but I want to see if I can see something maybe like this, where it is just like way weird. And then we can compare the two between the blended and non-blended options. Okay, I think we found it. So the spawn is over there. My frames are a little bit chunky, but this, look at this, okay? This is what happens when you upgrade. This is what happened in previous times. You know, there's been a few world generation changes, and anytime you'd get these really harsh edges because this chunk is old, that chunk is new, and they just wham bam right here. So I want to see what this specific area looks like over in the new blended snapshot. Okay, so now we are in snapshot 21w43a. The 43 is the important part here. So I actually just went back and I copied, because I had generated it twice, but I thought maybe, well, the second time I generated, maybe those chunks didn't reach all the way. So it's named the same, but you can see down here, without blending, this was the one we just opened. With blending, it's the exact same world, but this is 1.17. So this should be a perfect, I know what I'm doing. This should be a perfect way to see the difference, because now it's actually the same world opened in the two different versions of Minecraft instead of a similar generated one right after another world. So before, ooh, it's still loading in here. Before I go and check out that edge, I do want to do the exact same maneuver I did before, which was to kind of head on over here and see, ooh la la. Pretty sure this was what we saw before with that weird world edge. Oh, it looks like there's there's still some stuff, but you can kind of tell. Oh yeah, there's still some funkiness going on. So that was the old. This is the new. You can tell that this roofed forest is cut in half right there, but we're not seeing the crazy terrain difference that we saw. Like, this is still not perfect, but the terrain matches. So the terrain isn't isn't an obvious marker, but the trees certainly are. So it looks like leaves and wood and stuff certainly seem a little bit weird. So let's go back to that other area that I could tell was quite suspicious. And this is it. This before was a really, really harsh and obvious divide between the old and the new. And now, oh, was that mountain there before? With that mountain, with that awesome, this looks cool, that awesome cave? Was that there before? I don't remember. The trees are still the defining factor that make it seem a little bit sus, but the ground, you wouldn't be able to tell. Other than the trees, you would not. Okay, we got a little bit of funkiness here, a little bit, but in general, that is way better, way better. Let's actually. So this is the after. We can switch back and forth between the before and the after. I think that is absolutely insane. I think that is a really good improvement. And so this also here, now that I know that this is the edge, I'm going to switch into spectator mode because I'm curious what will happen underground. Oh, okay. Well, here, let's give myself some night vision. Okay, night vision applied. So caves are also another, they don't quite sync up. Gosh, that's a lot to think about. You got your caves. You got, and now that, you know, this is, you can tell, wait a second, this was explained during the Minecraft Live that this would actually be something. Maybe they haven't gotten here yet. Because right here, we'll bring up our F3 menu. This is 0, right? And so in 1.17, which is the side we're looking at right here, there is nothing, there's nothing that generates under Y0. But over here, obviously, we have the whole area that has all the deep slate and even more caves. And I thought that we were going to get to see more deep slate caves and stuff generated in the 1.17. Maybe they're just not there yet. It looks like this is just like straight up like pure deep slate. Let's switch into creative mode here. Yeah, it is just like deep slate all the way, baby. Oh, weird. The bedrock is just a straight up floor. That's actually kind of cool. The bedrock doesn't have any noise to it. You know, normally it has some variation. Ain't no noise there. Let's see if that's how that is over in 1.18 land. 1.18 land, here you are. So I'm definitely in the new generation. Let's see. Okay, see, the bedrock has noise again. So the bedrock is like a few layers deep. Yeah, there's some bedrock here. Okay, so the bedrock is normal over there. This must be something that they're still working on because having a completely flat bedrock layer is actually really cool. I could really see like, okay, time to mine that stuff out and just have a flat thing at the bottom of the world. A completely flat bedrock layer is really neat. You know, because you always had that weird noise variation with the bedrock before. So, okay, so it's definitely, in my opinion, I think that this will get fixed because they mentioned it at Minecraft Live. It just needs to be developed. So they've developed, I guess, only the terrain blending here. And it looks good. I gotta say, it looks good. So it does mention there is a paragraph here. When upgrading to old worlds, old chunks, if there is bedrock at Y0, a column below that is filled with deep slate, which we noticed. World upgrading in the snapshot will permanently have this deep slate. So if you want new caves under height 0 later, make sure you keep a backup before upgrading. So that makes sense. And that is basically it. There are a few other minor changes around how aquifers are generated, priority updates, which was something in the settings, video settings. That's been renamed Chunk Builder. There we are. Now it's way up here at the top. Threaded, semi-blocking, fully blocking. Which still, this is like confusing to me, but I guess it makes more sense than priority updates, that makes a little bit more sense that it's a focus on chunks and building those chunks out. So really just those tweaks and the world blending, which I'm very happy with. I think that you can see this line here. Basically, the trees are the only indicator, and then of course the caves underground, where your there's a little bit of terrain stuff, but in general, I gotta say this is like mission accomplished. The tiniest bamboo jungle I've ever seen. I feel like this is big mission accomplished. I really, really, really feel like that is a huge upgrade compared to what the old system would do. Really, really improved. And that wraps it up for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. I would really appreciate that. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. And also subscribe to the channel for future videos. See you guys in the next one. Bye.